Hey YouTube, I'm just making a quick video because I wanted to talk about the ending of The Last of Us, or The Last of Us finale in general, right? If you guys have been subscribed or been checking out content here at the Chatter After, you would know that we're doing a series called Beyond the Clickers, where we are talking The Last of Us every single week. I wanted to kind of key in on one specific angle for this episode, which is why it's getting a dedicated video. So Brandon talked about the ending and he explained the ramifications of the ending of The Last of Us. Spoilers, by the way, if you aren't caught up with The Last of Us, leave the video, bookmark it, come back later. Thank you. So he's talking about the ending, right? And I'm starting to think about the major change of this episode. For those of you who haven't played the games, the major change is we see Ellie's mother. Ellie's mother is played by Ashley Johnson, the original motion capture voice actor for Ellie in The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. So 1 is very meta that she's giving birth to Ellie, the character, in this series, right? It's a very meta moment. But one thing to me that kind of sticks out is the explanation on why Ellie can't be infected, or her relationship with the cordyceps. Because this is something, as a game player, I've never known, and I don't think there's anything in the expanded material that actually explains this. So in the episode, Ellie's mother, Anna gets bit by a runner. I believe it's a runner. And she's giving birth to Ellie, and like as soon as she gets bit, cuts the umbilical cord, like maybe not even 5 seconds have passed. And when Marlene shows up, Anna's like, "Hey, take my baby, please. I gave birth before I got infected, I promise." That's a blatant lie. But the thing that is insane to me is the fact that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity that Ellie is. And that radically changes the entire ending of the show, in my opinion, because we now know that Ellie has been infected, but it's an indirect infection. So Ellie's mother was infected, not even that long, but it was enough for it to go through the umbilical cord into Ellie, and it changes her relationship. Now that she's not directly bitten by the infected, but her brain, the cordyceps, still got into her bloodstream in some form or fashion, and the seps, as we've dubbed them here on Beyond the Clickers on the Chatter After, the seps don't recognize that she's human. They see her as one of them. And that's just really fascinating to me. And I'm like, okay, it makes the ending way worse, right? Because Joel lies and says there's plenty of other kids like you. They're going to be okay. They give up looking for a cure, right? That's what he says in the game. That's what he says in the show. But this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? Like there's the conditions to make another Ellie are something that nobody is going to ever do, plan out, or think of. Ellie's mother gets infected during childbirth. And what are the odds that it would work out this way again? Like, no mother's going to give up their child. No mother's going to give themselves to give birth under such a condition to try and recreate this. So it makes the ending of The Last of Us so much more heartbreaking because Joel has doomed humanity. In the games, we kind of feel that way, but we never really thought about it. And at least I haven't thought about it to the scale of what the show did, where with all of this knowledge, like Joel knows. This entire flashback is Marlene telling Joel what had happened and what the doctors assume had happened, and that's why Ellie's so special. And man, it just makes you think about the series in an entirely different light, right? Go back to episode 1. Marlene is talking to Ellie, knowing that if Joel and Tess are successful in their mission, this kid is dead. And that's just crazy to think about the context of everything that has happened. And as a player, as somebody who loved The Last of Us for the last decade, I'm shocked that I never even thought about this and how seamless this addition was. And I think on the whole, that's why the show is so strong, is that it's able to add things, details, new lore tidbits that feel organic. And I think that's a testament to having Neil Druckmann and the Naughty Dog team still involved with the production of this show, because they have the insight knowledge of, hey, this is what the DNA of The Last of Us is. If we're going to expand on it, if we're going to add to it, this is what we need to do to make it feel cohesive. Let me know what you guys think, though. Like, the revelation of Anna, how Ellie gets infected, how she becomes immune to the cordyceps, I think is just a really neat twist, and I want to hear your thoughts. Do you guys think that was a good change, a good addition, or did that take you out of it a little bit? Do you like not knowing the answers? I know a lot of people who would prefer not to know the answers to all these things, and The Last of Us may have overshared a little bit, may have played their hand a bit too much. I want your thoughts on that. Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you, interact, talk about all this stuff, because I thought it was really cool how they injected some new lore in this final episode, and they give it to Ashley Johnson, right? And she is not in the episode very long, but she delivers a great performance. Her and Meryl Dandridge, the original Ellie, and Marlene having this back and forth at the top of the episode I thought was really fascinating. And I just really thought it was a great idea, a great addition to explain, and it adds an extra layer of weight to what Joel does. Because again, this is a 1 in a million thing that has happened, especially when you use the context of she's friends with Marlene, the only person on the planet who can probably help find a cure. There are probably plenty of women who've been infected while pregnant or during childbirth or any myriad of ideas, right? But no one's ever going to have that connection, the smarts, the idea to say, hey, let's get this kid checked out by these scientists. Let's go to the Fireflies. Let's go to Fedra. Nobody else will be able to go to a faction like that. And so it just, again, makes everything a million times more heartbreaking by the time you get to the end of the series. And I loved every second of it. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, check out Brandon's video on the ending. He explains everything, the nuances going into Joel's decision, why he made it, and how it just is a testament to the theme of the entire story, The Last of Us being about love. Or check out the Beyond the Clickers podcast, where we break down every single episode. This Tuesday, we are talking The Last of Us season finale. Check us out Tuesday nights. It's a blast. Peace.